Unlike other angels, Azrael does not appear the same to everyone. His form changes depending on the life a person has lived and the state of their soul in its final moments. This also makes him different from angels who carry out fixed tasks in fixed ways. Azrael's role is connected to the soul itself, its purity, its regrets, its readiness. How he appears depends on who is seeing him. Those who lived righteous lives, the saints, prophets, and deeply faithful people, see Azrael as a figure of peace. To them, he does not appear dark or frightening. Instead, he comes in a gentle form, often described as beautiful, calm, or even shining with light. In these moments, Azrael's presence brings comfort. He gives the soul time to understand what is happening and escorts it with care. Some traditions describe this encounter as one filled with radiance and warmth, as if the soul is being greeted by a familiar and trusted guardian. Stories passed down through generations say that the Prophet Muhammad and Moses were approached by Azrael himself, not by one of his assisting angels. In both cases, he offered a respectful invitation to leave the world. But not every soul is met in this way. For those who lived with cruelty, dishonesty, or rebellion in their hearts, Azrael appears in a different form. In these cases, he comes not with peace, but with overwhelming force. His appearance becomes a reflection of what the soul fears most. His presence is described as heavy, cold, and terrifying. Some traditions say that sinners feel their soul being ripped away rather than gently lifted. There is no comfort in these final moments, only fear, regret, and pain. This dual nature of Azrael is part of his design. He reflects the truth of the person's life back to them. What the soul gave to the world is what the soul receives in return. This idea appears most clearly in Sufi belief, a branch of Islamic thought that focuses on the spiritual journey of the individual soul. Sufi teachers explain that Azrael shows himself in a form that matches the deepest state of the soul at the moment of death. If the soul is at peace, Azrael appears as peace. If the soul is filled with fear or resistance, he appears in a form that mirrors that struggle. But these appearances are not always seen only at the moment of death. There are stories of Azrael appearing to people in dreams or visions, especially when their time is near. These dreams often carry warnings, reminders, or messages to prepare the soul. In some cases, the vision is peaceful. In others, it is a wake-up call. One well-known example comes from Rumi, the famous Sufi poet and spiritual teacher. According to tradition, as Rumi neared death, he met Azrael in a human form. This meeting was not filled with fear. It was peaceful. Rumi accepted it calmly, knowing that the time had come. Another example is found in the writings of Nasir Khusrau, a Persian poet and philosopher. He wrote about seeing Azrael in a dream, who told him that his time was near. This dream gave him time to reflect, pray, and prepare himself. In these stories, Azrael is a messenger of transition, a guide who helps the soul step into its next stage.